Hello everyone. Well, as you can see, we are back in the woods again. But today, I thought we'd do something a little different. Instead of exploring nature, what I'd like to do is solve a mystery of nature. And it's a mystery involving bones. That's why I'm calling today's video. I'm calling it Mystery of the Missing Bone. Whoa. Anyway, what bones am I talking about that are mysteriously disappearing? Well, it's wild animal bones. Ever since I was a kid, I spent a lot of time out in the woods, and I see a lot of creatures out there. I see things like squirrels and rabbits and, opossums, raccoons, deer. But what I don't find very often are the bones. And I gotta tell you something, I found that always kind of a mystery. I'm like, wait a minute, all these animals out here, they're born out here in the woods, they're living their lives out here, so of course they're dying out here. And I'm not trying to bring the mood down or anything, but you know, it's a fact of life. Predators are going to get them, or maybe they die of old age, which is in nature, that's kind of rare. But the predator, think about this, they're going to eat the meat mostly. Scavengers come along, they'll eat any of the scraps left over, maybe some of the smaller lightweight bones, they'll consume or crush those up as well. But what about the large bones? Bones like that, you know, magically disappearing leg bone, or this one here, the skull. Right? Look at the size of these things. These are generally not eaten. Oh, and to add more mystery to the mystery, what about deer antlers? Deer antler is actually a type of bone. It's a heavily mineralized bone. Oh, and that's a clue right there I just gave you. But it is a type of bone. Now, our state has thousands of deer. We have a very healthy population of deer, and a sizable proportion of them are males. What do the males grow every year? An antler, right? Or, well, two, because they come in sets, don't they? And what do they do with those antlers every year? They drop them. And the following year, they grow another set, and they drop them. And they keep doing this through the life of that deer. You multiply that times the thousands of deer out there. Let me tell you something, we should be tripping over deer antlers. And that's not the case. These antlers and bones are disappearing. So what's happening to them? Well, it turns out we can actually get a clue from the few remaining bones that we do find. What I've got here are two deer leg bones. At one time they looked almost identical. Seriously, this one and this one looked the same. This was a little bit smaller, but proportionally it was the same. This bone has been in my house for years and years and years. This one has been in my backyard for less than a year. Okay, look at that, less than a year, and it is disappearing in front of my eyes, okay? Now, to find out the clues, why is it disappearing, we have to get very, very close. So let me do that now. Okay, as you can see, clearly there is gnawing marks here, chewing marks. Literally something has been chewing on solid bone here. But what could the culprit be? Well, here it comes now. Dun, 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 dun. It's a rodent, you guys. Rodents have the kind of teeth that are capable of gnawing on solid bone. They can chew up antlers. Now, some of the likely suspects for this bone would be things like maybe a mouse or a chipmunk or even a squirrel. So why are these rodents eating all these bones and antlers? Well, it turns out you and I, we do something similar. I mean, we're not sitting around the dinner table like gnawing on bones, but we do take vitamin and mineral supplements often. And bone and antler serves the same purpose for these small mammals. A lot of times in their everyday diet, they don't get enough. And bones, they have calcium and phosphorus, so does antler. Antler actually is like jam-packed with minerals. So if a rodent discovers a skeleton, it's gonna gnaw on it to get those. If it finds an antler, it's like, whoa, it hit the jackpot. So these things disappear, you know, very rapidly. So it turns out that it's not really so much of a mystery why they're disappearing, it's just good nutrition, okay? Anyway, I tell you what, you study nature, you are never gonna be bored, are you? I hope to see you guys in some future videos very soon. Take care, bye-bye.